Mid-September, shortly after Marble Cast Double Face's debut. Oh, okay.
Oi!
Oba-chan, give me some work. As you probably know, Jeff, who used to give me jobs in both good and bad ways, has been eliminated from the industry. It's like I'm suddenly free, so I'm looking for a job that I can do on my own. I'm hoping for something as fun as possible.
Yeah!
Gee, Oba-chan is dead! This is a murder case! Call the detective! Oba-chan, why did you die? If a gentle and nice person like you has to die, this world is hell. Where are you going? What are you doing, God? Do your job! See, Tsukinaga, I'm not dead. Yeah, I know that. I have good hearing, so I can hear your heartbeat and breathing. Of course, I wouldn't make inappropriate jokes if I didn't realize you were still alive. It sounds like a joke, H, you would say. Something you don't know how to react to. Don't compare me with him. He's the emperor and I'm the king. They have different dictionary meanings. They look similar, but they're quite different in nature. Wait, now I'm not the king anymore. I keep telling myself that I have to think this way and still suffer from the after effects. I have to change the way I think. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've already graduated from high school, but sometimes in the morning, I still think to myself, what's today's timetable? Yeah, it happens to me too. It's getting close to the exam and I haven't studied yet. What should I do? And so on. Wait, this really is not the time for that kind of talk. Are you sure you're okay, Oba-chan? Why are you lying on the floor? Were you taking a nap?
Yeah.
No. Then I'd sleep on the couch or something. So, do my best to get back to the dorm. It won't take more than a few minutes to walk there. Really? But my doormate Nachan said you were staying at the office and doing a lot of work. Nachan? Oh, you mean Natsume. I don't remember you calling him by this nickname. Because, did you become friends after spending time in the same room? No, we are not friends. I don't get along with him. The name Nachan just came to me randomly. You always say whatever pops to your head, Tsukinaga. Let me get up. Oh, my whole body is creaking. It's up on the hard floor. Wahaha, you sound like an old man, Oba-chan. That's so you, Oba-chan. Are you old because Oba-chan begins with the O and sounds like odd in Japanese? The name says it all, right? Only you call me this name, Tsukinaga. I'm okay with that since calling each other by nicknames will make us seem like good friends. I agree. Wait, did you just get dizzy? Are you okay? Something, you're tired. Older. Oh, the X-Files. Natsume likes that series. So he recommended it to me and we watched it together. I like that deputy director, you know, that guy. I can't remember his name.
Oi.
Honestly, you look totally worn out, Oba-chan. Are you really okay? You're slow now. And you're unfocused. I feel uneasy looking at you. I get that a lot, sorry about that. Anyway, I think I heard you in my dream. You're looking for a job, aren't you, Tsukinaga? Wait a minute, I have a file that summarizes that kind of information. Beep boop, beep bleep, a big uchu! Huh? What's that? Alien language or something? Yep, I was taught the correct one, so I've been using this lately. But speaking in different languages would confuse fans, so I still use uchu on stage.
Yo!
Ah, hello Nachan, it's me. I said it's me! Are you calling Natsume? Why? Oh, wait, don't hang up. It's important. Hey, you guys with the glass, your guy with the glasses looks like he's in trouble, so come pick him up. I drag him to bed or something and let him rest, but my arms are strong enough. Help me! Seems like that I made you worried, but you see, I'm okay. I don't trust you're okay, Oba-chan. Even if you had your heart ripped out, you say something like, I'm okay, I don't know people could live this long without a heart, and laugh out like a goofball.
Yeah.
No, that's... What do you think I am, Tsukinaga? Stop it! Don't say another word. Now go have a warm sleep in bed. It's been a while since I said my line. The king's orders are absolute. I'm not the king anymore, though. A few minutes later. What are you doing here so late at night? I was just about to go to bed.
Mr. Knight's explanation was too abstract for me to understand. But what's wrong with our four-eyed friend again?
Oh, congratulations! You become a new father. Your wife has been given birth to a beautiful baby that looks like both of you.
Don't say such a pleasant things even as a joke. Knights is the biggest source of income for our agency, and it would be detrimental to us if we were to curse you to death.
I'm scared. I won't be able to sleep at night.
You just interfered with my sleep, so I'm getting back at you.
As I thought, you two seem to be getting along pretty well.
We're not getting along. I mean, what is it? What's wrong, senpai? Why are you sleeping on Mr. Knight's lap? Don't you know you could bring about weird rumors if this is reported in a weekly magazine?
Oops, sorry. Natchan, this is your job, right? Shall we switch?
Don't call me Natchan. Only Brother Kanata is allowed to call me that. Besides, your concern is superfluous. I don't want his shaggy fur pom-pom prickling my knees. I've been thinking for a while that you shouldn't talk about hair and other physical features that way. Who do you think I'm throwing it out for?
What? It's for Natchan? That's news to me. Interesting.
Guess you're collapsed from overwork again, right? No matter how many times I told you, you just wouldn't listen, right? I'll boil some water. I knew it would be something like this. I brought some herbal medicine that works well.
You've gotten pretty good at it. You know him so well in life that you're like a family.
It's like that in every unit from Yunosaki. We spent an intense year together and deepened our bonds, or worse, we become each other's comfort zone.
Then I'm probably late to the party. I shut myself away and skipped work for half of last year.
It's not the length that matters, it's the intensity. Same goes for medicine. So open your mouth, 4 eyes. I'm going to give you a bitter medicine that comes straight from my mommy. Say I don't want your medicine, Natsume. Natsume, it's way too bitter. Bitter pills have pleasant effects, and this is also a punishment for making us worry about you. Honestly, I'm beginning to feel you'll never listen to me. You don't seem to be aware of your deteriorating health. When normal people think, oh, this is bad, I need some rest, and put on the brakes, you'll just keep going. If you keep doing those reckless things, you'll die. No joke. You're not young anymore. I'm still young in my mind.
Wait, Oba-chan's young? We're the same age, so he's still a minor, right?
That's true, but I feel like I've become an old man when I'm surrounded by young people at work. Now I know how Ray feels. In fact, compared to other places, UDI's idol and staff are of a younger age range. And we have a lot of kids from our idol training school affiliates, so the atmosphere of the whole agency is like a playground, a garden or something. It's better than an environment full of old-timers, but I'm not happy with the fact that other agencies tend to take advantage of us because we're all young. That's true. UDI is always at the bottom of the pecking order among the 4 major agencies. We get underestimated all the time. I can't deny the facts, but it will hamper our business if that kind of brand image takes root. Some parents might say that they can't trust their precious children in such a precarious and weak place. They would transfer their children who aspire to be idols to other agencies. Idol training is one of our core businesses. If that is shaken, the entire office could collapse. Right now, we're only getting by with the support Knights. Guess we should be grateful for them. Yes, I'm really glad to have Knights on our side. It's the last hope for our office. The rest are generally sluggish or already tumbling downhill. If such a trend becomes visible, our stock price will drop. In other words, fewer people will invest in our agency. And then we'll run out of funds to invest, and we'll fall into a negative cycle where we can no longer cover our daily expenses. Even our director, who is now overseas, calls me every now and then. whining that he's having a hard time with funding. He said he set up his own agency, his own castle, to be an idol with all his might. But he's been working as an accountant and cashier, doing mathematics every day. It's hard for him to get on stage. Well, I guess we can't do anything about that. Angel and Kato would probably like to be on stage more, but they're occupied by tedious things like paperwork and meetings. They're working behind the scenes, so that's not only themselves, but everyone else can enjoy the comparable joy of being on stage as idols. And they're doing it for the countless other idols who don't know don't know that just talking about ideals won't get them anywhere. In fact, I guess that's probably the trickstar type idols, and I used to be like that too. Just saying how much you love idols isn't going to get you anywhere. It takes money to make dreams come true. It's a hard world. It'd be so much easier if I could use magic to solve everything. After dozens of minutes. That was refreshing. I feel fantastic. As expected of you, little Natsume. All the stiffness and fatigue in my body are completely gone. Why do you keep calling me that name these days, senpai? I don't care if you're doing it on purpose or not. It's annoying. It annoys me, so stop it. How long are you going to treat me as a kid whose only merit is being adorable? Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. See, isn't that an expression of affection? It's a common phrase used by a harassment perpetrator. I see, you're trying to get me off the subject by making me angry like this. I use this trick a lot myself, but it only makes me feel the other party is hopeless when they are using the same magic on me. Hopeless? Are you imagining Kato? What? Go on, laugh while you can, Mr. Knight. We, the current students, have been so busy trying to solidify our foundation at Yumasaki Academy that we've been neglecting the seniors who have already graduated. It's about time that the whole thing was taken care of, and I'm getting so frustrated and stressed out that I'm about to explode. You seniors should be aware that your accumulated balance of trust and gratitude is being eroded away, and you should repent. Well, it doesn't matter how much I say it anyways. I mean, I'm really sleepy, so I'll go back to rest now. You're not so young anymore, so don't push yourself too much. When Yunosaki was the center of the industry, there were many people who collapsed because they worked too hard beyond their limits. ES was built for the ideal that idols would not be unnecessarily overworked and crushed, isn't it? And utopia for idols may be a mere pretense, a glossing over. But blood was shed and sacrifices were made to establish it. At the very least, I don't want to think that this huge system here is meaningless. Besides, people were encouraged to work hard and put their own health on the back burner until the end of the bubble economy. If you don't quickly change and improve your outdated values in this ever-changing world, you will soon become relics of the past and be stored in the storeroom or somewhere. No, you are no longer children who would be praised just for working hard. So if you seniors are going to act like grown-ups, you better learn some dignity and manners. That's it. Gosh. Your unexpected call has thrown a wrench in my schedule. I talked too much, didn't I? I guess I'm more insecure than I think I am. Not safe to go out at night. Shall I walk you back? You must be joking. It won't take more than 5 minutes to walk to the dorms, and I can take care of myself. He's gone. Honestly, what's with him? He was just mumbling and saying suspicious things. I thought he made himself a mysterious magician-like character, but maybe that's just the way he is? Interesting, isn't it? I love weirdos. Yes, one of the good things about idols is that what is considered weird by the public is appreciated and loved as personality. Anyway, now that Natsume has helped me recover and replenish my energy, I'll continue my work. I'll do my best. No, before that, I'll take care of your request. You're looking for a job, right? Hey, wait up! Didn't you hear what Natchan just said? This isn't a game, and there's no way you're going to recover just by casting a magic spell.
You'll just pass out, so take it easy, go home and get some rest. You can put my requests on hold, or maybe I can handle it on my own. I'll try. Oh, you called him Nachan again. Natsume seemed to dislike it a lot, so I think you better use a different name. What? Why am I the one being scolded? I mean, how come you become so clunky when you come to understand yourself, Oppa-chan? I can't see my own face without a mirror. Besides, I did hear what Natsume said. He talked about how it's only during childhood that you get praised for doing exactly what you're told. But I'm an adult, so I won't listen to him. I'm glad you didn't say that to his face, or he probably would have lost his temper. Arsulo is like that too. He often yells at me like, "He's stuck messing around when we're having a serious conversation." I guess he feels lonely and frustrated because he doesn't feel like his voice is being heard, and his feelings are being understood. I understand that, but I just can't help but pretend to be cool and sophisticated. A cool and sophisticated adult in front of him. Yes, while I can understand the opinion of children like Natsume, the reality is that it's impossible to listen to all of them. Otherwise, we'll all fade away, wear out, and fall apart together. If no one pays taxes, the social system will not function. Eventually, bad things will happen to everyone. I couldn't say this in front of Natsume. I can't show him how hard it is or how anxious I am, but really, the current state of New DI is pretty dangerous. We've entered the danger zone a long time ago. Somehow, I've managed to maintain the finances using my experience when I was a member of Fine, but there's a limit to what I can do. Yeah, you've been doing your best, Oppa-chan. You're not very good at standing at the top and taking charge like that, but you're trying desperately to maintain the status quo while our director is away. Why don't you make the director an honorary position and take full authority over the agency? The director's not coming back, and it seems like he's all about ideals and can't see reality. Why don't you put him in a position like mine in the current Knights and be the king of New DI? I think that would definitely work better, especially in terms of management and profits. You know, I heard that people who can make unemotional decisions are better suited for management. Please don't make me sound like a psychopath. I mean, what you can do and what you want to do are two different things. There are only a few people in the world who are capable as you are of fulfilling desires. I've already learned my lessons from Fine about being a leader. I've been given such a responsibility since I was a child, so I'm used to it, and I'm confident I can do it reasonably well. I'll try to avoid game overs as much as possible, and I can be the reset button in the case of an emergency. It's like saying, "I'll do it," and taking a role that no one wants to play. Maybe it's become a habit of mine. But by being selfless and ignoring my own desires, I'd be laying down all the people who love someone like me. That's why these days I'm doing things for my own sake and my own happiness. I have always dreamed of an agency like DDI when I was a kid. The idol training school my mother used to run was a sham, in name only. But the kids who gathered there really wanted to be idols, and their eyes were shining with hope. I wanted to make those kids' dreams come true. I had the same dream, and I loved them so much that I couldn't stand to see their sparkling dreams exchanged for mere money. If it's an ES, an agency like UDI, where I have some control, I think I can do something nobler without dishonestly preying on other people's dreams as my mother did. I feel like I can live my life like a gentle children's story, making everyone and myself happier, even if it's just a little bit. I'm desperately trying my best to make it come true. I know it'll probably result in failure. Reality is harsh, isn't it? Huh? What? Why are you hugging me, Tsukinaga?
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you that I know how you feel, but the words just wouldn't come out. Wahaha! Mandarin languages is difficult. Mandarin? What? What's with your accent all of a sudden? I know it's not a good time to joke around, but I couldn't stand the heavy atmosphere. But, well, I was kind of moved. I see, you want to push yourself to do your best. No, I should say, you work so hard for yourself and your dreams. You're not doing it because someone told you so, you're doing it because you want to. I feel you're like Mama, and the outsiders are giving him hard feelings by denying him for good reason. They say things like, don't do anything I don't want you to do. Do as I say, stay safe and smile innocently. But that's the way you treat a pet. It must be painful for a self-conscious human being to be treated that way. I don't know what you're talking about, but Mikijima, who you just mentioned, or rather, the appearance of Doubleface, is indeed a great help to our agency. The other agencies have been giving a large amount of money to New DI under the guise of supporting that unit. It will help us get by for the time being, and we can use that money to look for opportunities to get back on our feet. Huh? Well, the other offices won't be so nice as to help us for free. Aren't they going to interfere in our internal affairs in the name of helping us with the funds? Of course they are, especially Cospro, who seems to think of New DI as its puppet, or rather as an affiliate of his own. They've been sending me business plans saying this is just a proposal, or something like that. Not many days have passed since Doubleface debuted, and yet they're already intervening. Oh, that's Okie Dokie, who became... Oh, that's Okie Dokie, who became like Mama's companion. I mean, Kohaku was initially affiliated with Cospro, right? It smelled like a setup by Cospro from the beginning, or maybe this current situation was just as they wanted it to be. That's right. It was already quite evident in the end that their policy was to endure a sole victory. Cospro is probably the furthest away from the mentality of everybody getting along. The fact that such an agency is helping us means there's more to it than meets the eye. Why don't they just buy our agency and take over the whole place instead of taking such a roundabout way? That's not very wise. To be frank, taking over our agency, which is currently losing money, will only put them in debt. If StarPro were to launch an all-out war against it when it's weakened by heavy acquisition spending, Cospro would be pushed to the brink and defeated. While Ridland, an agency larger than all 3 other major offices combined, would be able to take down Cospro even more easily. It could crush Cospro and UDI and expand its power. StarPro alone couldn't even compete with it. And Ridland will reign the whole industry. For the same reason, it's hard for StarPro to launch a hostile takeover of New DI. Well, AG wouldn't do anything that stupid in the first place. Politics, huh? That's all they do. Yes, ES operates on this delicate balance based on the oligarchy of the 4 major agencies. As a small agency, we have no choice but to try to anticipate and improve. I have a lot to think about. I feel like I can't do it alone, even if I push myself until I collapse. I hope that the director, Mikijima, Knights, or rather Suo, more than anyone else, would be more motivated to play politics. But he doesn't seem very interested in the big picture or the big tide. Huh? Suo is not a kid anymore, so it's not like he doesn't understand. I guess he has other things he wants to do. Yes, I agree. It's better if idols can concentrate only on their idol activities. The same goes for our director and Mikijima. After all, ES exists for their ideals. Eiichi's dream came to fruition. He created this utopia for idols. It's a pity that I'm too busy to benefit from it, but if everyone else can shine as brightly as they can as idols, that's what I wish for. I work myself to the bone for that, and it's my pleasure to do so. Yep, but you're an idol too, Oba-chan. I know, and I shouldn't say this as an idol who's in debt to you, but I think you can be a little more... Excuse me. Here comes the vampire. Fear me. Run for your lives. Oh my, Leo really is here. I thought little Natsume was lying again. Huh? What's the matter, you guys? What have you all come here for? Ritsu? Narukami, my seniors, please catch that idiot! Understood, my king? Yes, sir. Come on, Tsukibi. Come and have fun with your uncle in the torture room. Huh? Wait, what? Hey, stop! Ritsu! Don't grab my arm and drag me away! Are you playing the Roswell incident again? So, what's going on with you Knights? Sorry for the trouble we caused you. Given this current situation, we've decided to take a hardline approach, although I'm afraid that's a little too late. This idiot takes advantage of the fact that we had turned over his crown to me and started causing trouble at his will. It seems necessary to re-educate this person who was living a carefree life. causing trouble to those around him and making us worry. We will secure, confine, and discipline him. First of all, I'll give you a lecture I learned from Hasumi. I also have various other amusing punishments for you, so please be prepared, Leo. Senpai. What do you mean, Suo? You look really scary, you know.
Early next morning on the rooftop of the ES building at the heliport. Yeah. I know, it's all my fault. Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm rather grateful that you're always doing what my people and I should be doing. I'm not being sarcastic, Mikijima. But if you still want to be that jerk's friend, you better not do anything like that again. Just as you find comfort and peace in him, Leo seeks the same from you. It would be a disaster if such a beloved place were to be incinerated hellfire, wouldn't it? And there would be no place in the world where Leo could live in peace. I mean, the only place where he would feel safe is in his own room. Do you want him to go back to being a shut-in and undo all the good work everyone's done so far? You don't want that either, right? Yeah, I understand, but I don't support it, Mikijima. I know you're not telling me the whole truth anyway. You're so naive to think you can gain other people's trust by only showing what's favorable to you. Yeah, if possible, I don't even want you to get close to that idiot in the future, but I've stopped being overprotective like that. I don't have the luxury of taking care of other people now. It's the same for you, isn't it? Mind your own business and do your proper idol work. That's probably what Leo, producer, and everyone else wants you to do. Okay, bye. Thanks for calling me. Didn't get much information when I was overseas. In a foreign land where you can only see the surface, ES is envied as a utopia for idols. But it's too dreamy to be true. ES is all too messy on the inside. Of course it is, because it's a society made mainly of people who did stupid things in Umasagi. No, that's how human society is. Same old thing. There's a nasty situation going on while I'm away, and as soon as I get back, I feel like it all blows up in my face. It's bad for my skin. Why I don't like going back to Japan. Whatever. I'm doing nothing in Florence these days anyway. All from Casa. What? Everybody couldn't wait to talk to me. It's hard being popular, huh?
Nani?
Hello? What's up, Casa? I'm still on my way. Look, can't you see that I don't live close enough to get there as soon as you called me yesterday, okay? Besides, I'm not attached to you guys enough to get on the plane and rush over with nothing when I get the message. I don't have time for this. Who do you think you're talking to? I'm Izumi Sena. What? Huh? You gave him a lecture all night, and when you woke up in the morning, he's already gone? Who? Leo? Idiot. What the heck were you doing? You should have tied his arms and legs so he couldn't run away. Is that the basis of the basics? Knights can't do anything about me, huh? Yeah, Izumi, we all know how to have a hostage, huh? Oh. I'm so disappointed. You guys got carried away by that lame name of ES Big 3. You haven't grown since the day you were volunteering in the dressing room at Yunosaki, right? What? You think I'm hiding Leo? Don't blame me for everything. It really pisses me off. Everything that goes wrong is my fault, so that's what you mean. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it, Kasa? You mean I don't need to come back from Florence again because you don't want a pain in the ass? Alright, I got it. I'm not sulking, I'm justifiably angry. Why do you think Knights can go this far today? Because of me! Oh, hey, don't hang up on me! I'll give you a lecture later, you hear me, Kasa? I'm going to finally a suit and make you all kneel upright, so in a few hours you'll be able to say nothing but Izumi Senna's the most beautiful treasure in the whole world. You'll neither laugh nor cry. That's not your problem right now. For me, my problem is always a priority. You hung up on me. Isn't everyone including Kasa too rebellious these days? Well, I can't tell him to respect me as a parent when I live a free-willing life in a distant country now. Oh, hello. Kaisora, why are you here? Izumi thinks he should tie Leo to a chair. Huh? This kid. When and with whose permission did he step into my personal space? Wait, I'm pretty sure he's from Oba's place. Isn't he that Harukawa from Switch? I think I've seen him around a lot since the Fortune banquet. I think he's one of Kasa's friends? I thought Kasa was just as bad at making friends as I was. No, That's to say, if I could make him do whatever I say, it automatically improves Kasa's opinion of me, right? Reputation heard from others are more like to stick in the brain. Kasa and Izumi Senya is a wonderful senior. Well, Kasa and Izumi Senya is a wonderful senior. Maybe he could change the way he feels about me and be the obedient good boy, willing to listen to me like he used to. Oh no, poor Sora. Let me see. Right? What are you doing here? Are you waiting for someone? But you know what? Standing out in the wind like this will get you covered in dust. Also, the sunlight in the season is really strong, and it's not good for your skin. See? I was making a phone call without noticing it, and my beautiful hair, which I'm so proud of, got all messed up in the wind. He's ignoring me. Who do you think he is? Can he see that I'm being so unusually nice to him? Why are the juniors at Yunosaki all so unlikable people? Sorry, Sora apologized if he was rude. Did you perhaps just now speak to Sora, Mr. Silver? Huh? Who's Silver? Hee, it's you, sir, because you're all similar in color and nature. Color? Well, sure. Silver is beautiful and valuable, and if not handled with care, it will darken and lose its beauty. Yeah, sounds exactly like me. Yes, and Sora's sorry, but Sora's doesn't remember your name. It has to stay off the top of my head. It has to stay off the top of my head. Huh? What? You were involved in the Fortune's banquet, so you should at least remember the names of your work partners, right? How many years have you been doing this job? It's the minimum manner. How many years has Sora been working as an idol? About a year and a half? Should Sora indicate in seconds or something? Please wait, I'll do the math now. Hoo hoo, hee hee, ho ho. You're one of those kids that take words at face value. I think I can see why you and Kasa get along so well. Or I should say, it seems to make me confused instead. Maybe like me, Kasa is attracted to people who have something he lacks. Kasa? You mean Suka? Oh yeah, Suka. You guys are still friends. Yep, Sora would love to be close to Suka, but he's always busy. It looks like he's less busy these days since things began to settle down, though. Suka, as usual, is hesitant to talk to Sora unless Sora talks to him first. He doesn't seem to know how to act around Sora. He doesn't come to Sora. It makes Sora a bit lonely. Yeah, he doesn't have many friends. He probably doesn't know how to behave in front of a friend and doesn't want to ruin an important friendship by accidentally making a mistake. What an idiot. He doesn't know it hurts his friends most to stay away from them out of concern. Huh? But Suka is smart. He was top in the grade for the exam the other day. But he didn't seem very happy about it. He said things like, if I don't work harder, Hida will overtake me. Oh, Hida, I hope you overtake him. I miss to talk about tests and all that. When you grow up every day, it's like a test, so what's the use of whining about it now? Yes, school is a microcosm of society. It's like a practice stage. You little brat, you talk like you know a lot. Yes, Sora was just repeating Master's words. Master knows everything. Master and Senpai both know a lot, so it's right to say that Sora knows a lot too. Well, adults will pretend to know the answer to questions rather than admit their ignorance, right? Okay, enough about that. So, what are you doing here? Haha, Sora is watching helicopters. Sora sees them all the time in games, so not much in real life. They're so rare. Aw, that's typical of boys. Is there a law that says boys must like helicopters? I mean, boys like that kind of stuff. Cars, martial arts, dinosaurs, anything that looks vaguely strong. I haven't had the slightest interest in those things since I was a little kid, though. In other words, Senna, are you a girl? I don't care about gender. I know this is a serious topic for Naru, but for me, beauty transcends everything. Well, I guess I'm blessed to be able to think that way. Yes, from a cosmic point of view, we are blessed to have been born as human beings on this earth. Cosmic? You sound like Leo, Haruka. Right, Sora's here to see the helicopter, but producer and Tsuka has asked me to help find Bird Leo too. According to what they say, Brother Leo's missing. Yeah, I heard that on the phone too. Where the heck is that idiot and what's he doing? Sora has no idea either. Sora and Brother Leo are not the same person, so Sora can't know what he's thinking about. So Sora had to analyze and predict his movements by programming. Sora's good at that kind of stuff. Sora loves games. Maybe that's why they asked Sora to search for Brother Leo. Huh? Sounds like they're catching at straws, isn't it? Actually, that moron Leo doesn't disappear that often these days. Especially since the ES was established. That's why they're all panicking. Yes, no matter how much you think or are used to it, it's sad and scary when someone you care about disappears. That's why Sora will do everything to make those sad and scary feelings disappear. Sora's a member of Switch. Sora's a magician who'll bring happiness. Hudson? What now? Is that a magic spell or something? Bungling Bay? What's all that you're saying? Is that even Japanese? Yes! In that game, Sora needs to predict movement, and that there are helicopters involved. It's very similar to what's happening now. Living in a human society is a minimum etiquette to speak according to the occasion. I was wondering if what you said just now really fits the current situation. I was shocked to hear you're talking in a strange language, you know. Huh? Did Sora get it wrong? No, it's okay. It's cute. Like a small animal making noises. It's something I and Kasa, well, all Knights, can't imitate. But Kuma can probably do it with a straight face since he's always playing the cue card. That's not the point. I almost forgot to ask. Is producer looking for Leo, you say? He's not in a position to take care of us anymore, right? Yes, but this is what Master said. It seems that the P Association is forcibly intervening in their internal affairs under the guise of helping New DI restore from dire constraints. Hey, don't use that difficult word all of a sudden. In short, New DI's problem has reached a dangerous point, so the big shots, the protectors, have come to help, right? Yes, maybe something like that. And it seems like these days producer has been running around lately for that. She said there's no way she can neglect the other agencies, so she was very busy. To get herself in that situation again. So annoying. I know she's passionate and all. But we're not babies who will die if she doesn't take care of us 24/7. 2 years ago in late winter, on a silent night in Leo Tsukinaga's home. Oh, sad Leo. All this time. All this time, I couldn't hear a single sound. Melody used to ring in my head all the time when I was a kid. My head feels fuzzy. I seem to be deaf. I can't even hear my own heartbeat or breathing. But I'm the one who wanted it that way. Father and mother. Batan, Sena too, worried about me, came to visit many times. I screamed, hysterically destroying everything around me. I drove those kind people away. I shouted, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." Everything seemed to be jagged noise that hurt me. I couldn't distinguish them from the gentle sounds that soothed me. I shut them all outside. As a result, this is what I deserve. The law of karma always prevails. I wish I could apologize. I hope they forgive me, though. I want to go back to my childhood when everything in the world was sparkling in my eyes. Ruka-tan would laugh when I imitated the idols on TV and saying, father and mother would laugh too. All of them were wearing a smile. I thought that perfect life could last forever. But hey, since when did it all go wrong? Since when did everything begin to fall apart? Really? Come on, can I start over again? Will I be all alone in this cold, quiet place forever? No, please, no. I'm cold. I'm scared. I don't want to be alone. I hate this quietness. Better listen to some music. That music that everyone's praised and that I like so much. I know most of it has already been covered in blood from the war. I know my music has become nothing but a means to hurt someone else. Let me see. How do I play it again? Hands are shaking. I can't connect the knowledge together in my head. I'm a mess. It's okay. I can do it. I can do it. Everyone's praising me as a genius, at least when it comes to music. Yes, this is how I play the music that I love so much. Yeah. No, it didn't work. The music was supposed to be filled with only my favorite elements. Remember everything. Every single note is filled with memories. I feel so happy when everyone enjoys and smiles at my music, so I've been writing songs for others even since I came to Yumosaki Academy. So happy just to be able to write songs. I can break even. I always achieved the bottom line. It wasn't like what the smartasses said, that I was just being used and exploited. I was happy too. But we can't always be happy together, can we? We're not a family. A bunch of strangers have conflicts of interest, compare themselves with others, say how the pie should be divided. It's like everyone was always thinking about that stuff. Songs I wrote have become the key to bringing great benefits to those who got them, so everyone begged and chased for them, fighting over who gets the most songs. But did they really need keys? Should the key exist in the first place? Because the keys, people began to realize that there were doors all over the world and that there were so many treasures hidden behind them. As people started to hurt and rob each other, they covered themselves in blood. But the thing is, even if they didn't get the treasure behind the door, they all lived happily in their childhood, just like me, probably. I liked them as soon as I met them. We sympathized, we had something in common, we had a hearted conversation, we got along, we became friends. I did what I could do for my favorite friends. Natively, like an idiot. I'd be so sad. Other characters have major problems, that's why. If sister was from EnsembleStars. Yeah, I know everyone has like some kind of background issue. Like Twink, like their background's really bad. I wrote songs that would make everyone shine brighter. They all enrolled in Yosaki because they wanted to be idols. That must be interested and love music, so I thought they'd be happy. Is what I was doing really necessary to them? I made assumptions about their talents, lives, backgrounds, and personalities, and wrote songs that I thought were just right. I wrote songs that I thought would suit him best and make him shine brighter. But I wonder if that was really the case. Maybe he already had some other song that would have suited him better. Even if he didn't, he might have had something more than that he'd rather express. Something shabby, cheesy, and unappreciated by the public, but absolutely crucial to him. Oh, I can recall it just by looking at the sheet music. Music is by no means perfect. There are flaws and mistakes everywhere. And a perfect song can still have parts that do not resonate with the idol singing it. I remember that person had some doubts here, and this part. And this part is where he really wanted me to fix. He had trouble seeing this part. Here, and here. Still, in the end, they would choose my idea because of my reputation and accomplishments, saying I was a genius composer and the like. The fans were happy to hear it too, and agreed that the song I thought up in my head was the right one. So no one complained anymore. No one wanted to make mistakes, and they didn't want to reduce their share. They would be more successful using my expression rather than reflecting their own ideas. They realized that and then found a sweet deal. They only regarded those one-sided songs I composed as some kind of treasure because this way they could be more profitable and successful. But is success the only important thing? Does it make you righteous because you can earn more money and surpass others? Is that the only absolute righteousness? Anyone who can't win or fails to be accepted by the public is worthless trash? It can't be right. It shouldn't be right. then we'd be nothing but a herd of animals where only the strongest could have offspring for survival. But we are human beings. We could have done something more noble. Yet, I closed the door to such a future. I scattered the keys, opened the arsenal to everyone, and allowed them to use the weapons I had made. The Dreamfest system built up by the student council encouraged it. The war began. Even old, sick men, women, and children could handle that gun with a little training. Then the gun spread with a chorus of thanks. My songs are exactly the guns I'm talking about. And and the great warrior who used to match 1,000 foes with his sword was easily riddled with bullets, defeated, and left for dead by mere civilians. All the hard work he put into mastering the sword, all of it, went down the drain in an instant. It took only a little force to pull the trigger. Everyone would die easily. It was such a situation where you could no longer tell who was stronger. They all became soldiers who lost their individuality, firing guns and robbing those who had amassed great wealth through strength, and arrogance. Eventually, they became beasts indiscriminate of rights and wrongs and all robbed each other. Everyone was given an equal chance to make money and the possibility to succeed. If you call this a revolution, then I guess it was, Angel. I was a part of it, spreading weapons that everyone could use conveniently and easily. I thought that would make everyone happy. A stupid child. I acted on that childish belief. I don't think the war that ensued was all wrong. If Yuminosaki had been left as it was, everyone would have been rotten and died without being able to accomplish anything. That says enough about how stagnant Yuminosaki and the entertainment industry was. They were all slowly dying. In order to not reach the worst possible doom, he decided to take the second best choice. I admire you guys for making that decision, acting on it, Angel, Keita. But I don't want to do it anymore. There were countless possibilities in the vast amount of music I wrote with enthusiasm. There was the residue of so many people's dreams that I had overwritten my own selfish will and self-satisfaction dyed in my own color. There was something each and every one of them had built from the moment of their birth in this world. There were stories that were worked so hard to create, but I erased them by painting over them with my context. I enforced my point onto others, saying that the song was perfect for them, while completely neglecting their feelings. It turned countless lies and stories into Leo Tsukinaga's work. Now that I'm too tired to move, I finally realized that I've done something stupid and terrible. Certainly appreciated by the public. Everyone says I'm a genius. Even the work I put a little effort into are better received and more profitable than those talented people who have worked hard to think, put their lives on the line to create. But what else? Is everyone okay with it as long as it makes money? As long as it's stronger and better? If not, then is it worth its crap? It shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't. Even the poor, shoddy work they created could have made someone happy and smile. It might have become the favorite of a certain someone out there, but I destroyed and erased them all. First unconsciously, then on purpose after the war started. For the sake of Senna, who aimed to be the best, and for the prosperity of Knights, our youth itself. I crushed them for victory, for profit, for that kind of justice. I killed those people, killed the idols who might have brought a smile to someone else somewhere in the world. Present, the day after Leo Tsukinaga was abducted by Knights, at noon, after Leo's case. I made the biggest mistake of my life. There's a whole mood change, by the way. I had no idea that he would shamelessly run away. That's the kind of character Leo is, isn't he? He almost forgot because of how quiet he's been lately. Remember the trouble and headache he caused us when he first came back and was prone to running around everywhere? Yeah, it's our fault for forgetting the nature of Tsukibi and failing to take countermeasures in time. We'll atone for the crime of letting the captive escape by offering Na-chan's blood. No, can you not offer my blood without my permission? Silence.
I know you're having a good time talking, my seniors, and as usual, it helps lighten the mood, but for now, let's get down to what needs to be done. Swift and decisive should be the idea of a soldier. Alkaloid showed us in MDM that soldiers and knights are similar. All of us need to remember this. You all see what I mean, don't you, my seniors? Yep. Of course, Yuri-chan is very smart. Yuri-chan's very smart. You seem to be even more relaxed than usual, aren't you, little Ritsu? It's only noon. Maybe you're still sleepy? Yeah, recently I decided to treat myself a little better and just back to nocturnal life. As a result, my body clock is disrupted and I often feel groggy. The other day my brother said to me, "You're always imitating me, Ritsu. You love me so much." I was so pissed off that I snapped his pinky finger, but then I realized that I had become just like him last year. They say one person's fault is another's lesson, so lately I'm trying to be true to myself and live a little more leisurely. Everyone's starting with Makun. Began to say something like Ritsu has become more hardworking, and we don't have to take care of you anymore. Oh my god, he wants to be pampered, so he's not gonna be hardworking anymore. Oh my god. And they have stopped spoiling me and I feel lonely. Oh my god. He's spoiled and pampered is what I am. Or Ritsu Sakuma is. As a proud knight of knights, I don't want to lie to my soul. No, what you said isn't cool at all, okay? Isn't that like you're saying, I'm tired of trying? That's what a loser would say, right? But I think Ritsu said something very important. It is a shame to bend yourself to make others feel taller, and no matter how much you change outwardly, your roots will never change. It's like my cute little brother, who I thought shared the same dream to become an idol with me. His feet are still covered in blood today. What? Is that the kid from Double Face? Oh, Kohaku. Is that the kid from Double Face that's been getting a lot of attention lately? I wonder what it was all about. I don't know much either. Apparently it's some kind of secret service that assassinates evildoers. They normally belong to DDI, but in effect, they are an extra-legal entity by the P Association. Assassination? That sounds more like a secret police force than a secret service. Does Eiichi decide to resort to terrorism? No. It seems that the idea was initiated by Sayagusa. You see, the troublesome crazy bee came right from there, so it's a similar being, some evil of the world, were to appear again. Double Face, the entity created by Cosprow, would be able to eliminate them. Just as the police wear guns to deter people with bad intentions and discourage crime, such things can only be used for violence. But there are many people who do not believe that they would always do the right thing without being asked. I feel like it's just an excuse for Cosprow to continue to own a weapon called Crazy Bee. It's like they're insisting that they're a deterrent to Crazy Bee, so everything will be alright if something happened. As usual, Cospro's tactics are like that of a military state, which is scarier for its weak neighboring country. I think that's why Double Face was a affiliate of us, New DI, so weak agencies like us wouldn't be freaked out. I think that's just a pretext, but at the same time we can ask Double Face to exterminate evil before anyone else does. It means that we have a priority right to use our trump card. Still, it's too dangerous or suspicious for us to use it for now though. Of course, I'll poke around as much as I can at the next summit and try to find out what the other bigwigs are really up to. Oh no, it all sounds as fishy as ever. I feel like an idiot for being so happy that Mama finally formed a unit with someone. Ah, so you don't know the whole story now, Rikami. Senpai. No, ES will at least send the briefings of important issues to leaders through the Shining message. But such information will come to us, who are ranked below the leader. You are not below me. Knights are all equal, like the honorable knights of the Round Table. To be fair, in terms of experience and achievements, you are all above me, and I am clearly aware of that. Yeah, to respect and spoil an old fellow like me. There shall be no harm in doing that, my pupil Sue. Oh no, little Ritsu's acting out character again. Anyway, compared with that of Double Face, Knight's issue is more urgent now. I mean, more specifically, it's about Leo Senpai. But there's nothing we can do. While we respect him and let him do what he wants, he brings us nothing but trouble. I will not hold back anymore. Instead, I'll send a trustworthy butler from my home to keep an eye on him and manage him thoroughly. Looks like it's too extreme. I wonder where he gets his temper from? Said John, definitely. After all, I'm kind of an old man who will never kidnap anyone. Mind you, I won't follow you up on that. Well, it does sound a bit extreme, but I understand how you feel. After all, Leo always gets caught up in some crazy situation without even knowing it. I don't know about the details though, nobody told me. It seems that Leo was being conveniently used by an evil external producer called Chef something. It would be fine if he just used Sukipi, but he tried to feed on his blood. You're a vampire, me. Will not let him get away with it. I told you, I won't follow you up on that, so stop it, alright? Well, that's how things got to this point. I knew I couldn't stand by and do nothing. I intend to take him under my protection immediately and plan to strictly manage his behavior so that no more pests can touch him in the future. Overprotective, right? Well, I understand how you feel, and I think it's necessary too. Yes, even though he keeps a delicate distance from us, Leo's no longer living for himself only. Frankly speaking, we do not want him to behave too carelessly, because who knows what kind of disadvantage will put us, his friends, and Leo himself into. It's already too late for such a move though. Last year he seemed to be in a lot of pain after his return, but I forced him to stay at the stage because of my selfishness. Now that he's graduated and has put down his crown, I thought I could at least let him live freely. I was a fool to think so and let him go unchecked. From now on, and I'll not recognize Leo's free will. I'll disregard all of his opinions and have him do everything on my behest. Whoa, just minutes ago you said we're all knights of the round table and now you're being a strict authoritarian. Well, that was a joke too. Leo himself hates being restricted, and I don't think it's right to force him against his will. At the very least, Leo did nothing wrong. He was just taken advantage by a villain, and yet it pains me to punish him by depriving him of his freedom, which should be guaranteed to all the people. The books of crime and punishment just don't balance out in this case. But what to do then? You can't just let Sukipi go unchecked, but you can't control him thoroughly either. Of course, doing nothing won't do any good. Yes, Neo's problem is also the problem of all of us knights, and we'll do our utmost to solve it. For better or worse, we've exercised almost total control of the Yunosaki Academy, a plan we've been working on since spring. We can afford to take a break, and our agency is getting back on its feet thanks to the bailout it received through Double Face. So there must be something we can do. As for me, I would like to entrust the management of Leo to a trustworthy person from the P Association, which is said to intervene in the agency's affairs in the future forcibly. Well, no. The producer is trustworthy and suitable for the job. EP won't have any ill feelings towards her. However, that may be too much for the association, an institution that claims to be neutral. I don't know about producer, but people around us won't be convinced, and all of us idols who belong to ES will suffer if P Association abandons its neutral stance. If P Association and partial third party and a referee falls apart, people in ES will only end up with the law of the jungle and start an endless battle of more morality. That's true. Wars are easy to start but often hard to finish. The Association, which is responsible for any disputes and making the judgments, must always maintain its neutrality and values of existence. It's like the UN, right? The P Association can help underdogs get back to the starting line. Take the case this time, it helped with the restoration of the new DI, which was on the verge of collapse. But we can encourage P Association to join New DI, attacking other agencies like Coast Pro. Making producer an exclusive manager for one idol may also build the significance of the P Association. I'm sure there will be criticism that they're overly supportive of a specific office or idol, that they show favoritism, or that they're not neutral.
Hi.
Yes, I'm aware that in the first place, this is an extremely personal matter for Leo. Oh my god. It may be difficult to make that request to Miss Producer, now that she's in a certain position and belongs to an organization. People around her will certainly question her neutrality if she accepts our request. That's true, and to be honest, little producer isn't a flatterer who can play her cards well in an organization like that. She's probably the same when it comes to Double Face, I think. In order to let self-contained mama listen to her, Wolf will request and form a unit, little producer. She said yes to a lot of crazy conditions from him. I watched the broadcast of Double Face debut on Marblecast too. Now that I've heard a little bit about what happened behind the scenes earlier, it makes sense to me that there were a couple of things that feel fishy. If my guess is right, it's hard to believe that producer would have known all about it. Perhaps she has been skillfully manipulated by Mama, or even though she felt super suspicious. She still did what was expected of her as a producer, or rather as a girl who likes Mama. I won't know the truth about it until I ask little producer though. Although she works miracles once in a while, she is a dangerous girl who can't be left alone. You're talking about Trickstar, aren't you? But now, let's focus on Knights. Let's talk about our former king who has retired from the throne and gone into the wild, but still has a presence that no one can ignore. It is time to be cautious, as I'm finally about to reach the great ambitions I've been working on for so long. We were unexpectedly caught off guard, but as always, let's solve the problem in a spectacular fashion and move on. But what exactly should we do? First of all, we need to capture Leo, who's at large. But after that, the question is what we should do with him. I thought Leo wasn't to anything Senna said, but I hastened to call him back. But according to what he said on the phone, it would take him a while to get here. We must do our best before he arrives. We have reached a future that brings smiles to all without abandoning anyone. For it not to be a mere bubble dream, a child's plaything, and to repay the trust and love given to us, I swear to the crown trusted to this soul that I'll take up this difficult challenge with all my might. At the same time, I worked until I almost collapsed and got the current work done. I felt like I pushed myself too hard. I'm now a lot tougher than I was in my childhood when I was always starving, but I know roughly where my actual breaking point is. But yeah, I'm really not getting any younger, and others do get worried when they see me overworking. It's like how the outside world views Nidhi, a weak, unreliable, helpless, and scrawny kid. In such case, it doesn't matter how stubbornly I insist that I'm okay. By most people's standards, we're not okay at all. In fact, it's human beings' duty to offer a helping hand rather than leave those in need alone. I can also just go with it, make people think we're a weak creature, and receive more favors than necessary. Sounds like a scam though. Thanks to some clever method, I'll be able to run the office without any problems for the time being. Yes, I'm doing pretty well, aren't I? Through the support from other agencies and forced intervention of the P Association, all of these allow us to walk with assistance while regaining our strength. P Association will be taking care of most of the administrative, relation building, and funding work, and other tasks I had to handle on my own for most of the time. After all, such things are not jobs for an idol. I think P Association do the work properly really can relieve a lot of my burdens from now on. It's scary and dangerous to have the reins held by other agencies led by Eiichi, Sayagusa, Kaito, or Rei.
And I'm sure the other units belonging to UDI would not accept it. But they would be willing to trust the Peace Association, which is basically neutral, to steer the ship to some extent. Although it's impossible for us to completely trust such an external institution. It should allow us to survive for a little while. No, I should finally be able to concentrate on my idol activities as a member of Switch. Sorry for making you wait and worry, Natsume, Sora. I've already taken care of most of it. Finally, I can get down to the idol work we've been all dreaming of. You understand, right? You surely understand what I was working hard for. You wouldn't think I've lost my motivation to be an idol, like I'm no longer one of you anymore. You wouldn't think so, right? Getting a little worried. It seems that my thoughts are hard to understand for most people. I'm afraid that Natsume and Sora might misunderstand me. But I wonder why people keep on feeling that way. I think I'm also honest and speak out what's on my mind. Well, I can't expect others to fully understand every single word I say. I must keep speaking out my thoughts until they understand. I've been neglecting to do so because of my busy schedule... Oh, I read that wrong. I've been neglecting to do so because of my busy schedule. I'm in no place to complain something like that. Something like, no one understands me. Maybe people just misunderstood me. At the very least, I must have made them uneasy. I should apologize for that and do my best to convey my feelings so that I can make up for what we have lost so far. So that we can continue spending time together and pursuing our dream. Yeah, I'll try my best. Why are you standing here, Senpai? You're blocking the way. Whoa! Natsume! Why are you walking around here? Why are you walking down the stairs? Didn't your parents teach you how to use the elevator? You say things like that again. You better not make people angry on purpose. Otherwise you'll lose friends, you know? I don't need friends. At the very least, it won't affect my idol activities even if I don't have any. That's true, but it's hard to stay in the status of an idol for 24/7 every day. So I think you should enjoy your personal life a little bit more. Look who's talking. By the way, I have a constant grasp of where you are with the idiot detector, aka GPS device I secretly planted on you. What? Why did you do that? When you were sleeping, I planted a piece of metal in your spinal cord using my magic. You did what an alien would do. Which is a joke. I was looking for you because I wanted to ask you something, and I found a fur ball rolling down the stairs. What was it? What was it? Was it a monster? Well, never mind. You really shouldn't take the stairs when you're tired. If you get dizzy, you'll fall down and die. Or were you making wishes by doing so again? No. I've been doing sedentary jobs these days. Today I felt like I wasn't getting enough exercise, so I took the stairs. Senpai, you're like Mitsunari Ishida, who was judgy about a dry persimmon before his execution. You can't talk about lack of exercise if you die. You should be sorry. Yes, I'm sorry to trouble you every time. Don't just say you're sorry. You have to apologize in words and deeds, or I'll kick you down the stairs immediately next time. No, you won't do that, Natsume. Are you sure? I have a bad habit inherited from my master, where I like to surprise and spook others, you know? My master, do you mean Hibiki? Yeah, your successor as the clown in Ine. No, wait, that makes it sound like I'm your discipline's discipline. I'll take back what I just said. Huh? Never mind. I assume that we're pretty much done with the problems, aren't you, Senpai? What do you mean? Yes, I finished my work. You think I'm stupid. You think I'm a stupid kid. I can deduce what you want to do by following the records of your activities. You were doing all the preparations so that you can devote yourself to your idol activities, right? Oh, great. You understood me correctly. I was a little worried. For some reason, my thoughts can't get to you correctly, or should I say, you tend to have weird misunderstandings and then proceed to sulk, right, Natsume? During the Wonder game, simply remembering it makes my teeth grind. But that's why I won't make the same mistake again. No, I will never reenact the same tragedy again. Never. Oh, so that's what you meant. What do you mean by that? Well, I heard that you're declaring yourself to be the successor of the Five Adventures and trying to take control of Yunosaki Academy these days, right, Natsume? Yes, I've teamed up with Sukun for nights since we have the same interest. Although everyone seems to underestimate him, he is not only armed and powerful, but quite capable as well. All I need to do is next is to get Sally, the current president of the student council, on my side, and all of the school will be under my control. I'm getting in touch with him through Baru in order to make him feel like we are companions. It seems Sally doesn't care much about the specifics as long as things remain stable on campus, so currently he can't be our enemy. That's quite a confusing array of nicknames, Natsume. Yes, to get on their nerves, I've adopted the names used by someone important to them. I do it unintentionally. I guess this is one of my bad habits. Well, never mind that for now. Since you're trying to rule Yunosaki as one of the Five Eccentrics, Natsume, and being extremely careful as that so that no such thing as a war or suppression will ever happen again. Yes, the story of the Five Eccentrics once ruling the academy is completely fiction and purposely invented. If I succeed, the lie that has been fabricated will transcend time and space and transform into a truth. And by that time, that is a typo, I shall rule the academy well. Seeing Yunosaki flourishes in this way, historians of later generations will think that instead of the student council, it should have been the Five Eccentrics who ruled over everything in the first place. They will believe what the student council did was not only stupid, but also worthless. While that's far from the truth, I will feel better if someone thinks that way. And that will be Natsume Sakazaki, getting revenge as the last one of the Five Eccentrics. I see. We sure deserve such revenge for what we have done. I'd say the Five Eccentrics are all too rational except for Shu, who's always angry. Brother Shu will never do anything like that the public may classify as revenge. He's proud, wise, beautiful, gentle. For him, the revenge is to feed on and internalize everything, and bring incomparable arts to this world. No such human being can live solely on negative emotion like hatred. The two members of Double Phase who debuted yesterday only live because they still possess that identity as mom and creep. In fact, they are reigning their destructive negative emotions with reason. Only for a short amount of time will they transform and do what has to be done without breaking their own souls. They are able to live as human beings in this way. Of course, I don't base my entire life on this negative emotion called a hunger for vengeance. I took control of the school for other reasons, I presume you can guess. Or an investment for the future, right? That's exactly what UDI is great at. I wouldn't say we have made enough achievement to proudly declare we're great at it. But those who underestimate us are going to be shocked one day. Yes, let's do our best now, and take one step at a time to make that happen. I'm glad to know that you have no intention of repeating the tragedy in Natsume. I was actually a little worried about that before. When I woke up this morning to read the horoscope, a vague memory of what happened last night suddenly came to me, and I couldn't help but feel uneasy. You look so lonely then. Afraid I might have done the same thing the other centers had done to you. I left you in the dark, carried all the burdens myself, and thought I was protecting you. It's hard to bring myself to say this, but I did it all for self-satisfaction. And I didn't knowing how much the same thing had hurt you. That's not enough to hurt me anymore. Unlike you, I feel pain when I'm hurt, and it never hurt me in the first place. We've grown stronger and come to understand each other a little better since we started working together at Switch more than a year ago. We can predict and understand each other's actions, and we know the distance just right so we never hurt each other. What would be the point of all the work we had done in the past if we couldn't even do that? I completely understand and trust you now, Senpai. I don't want you to get the wrong idea, but I'll say this. I love you. There's no need to feel uneasy at all. Love you too, little Natsume. Told you not to call me little again. Red-headed 4 eyes, I'm gonna kill you. This is the first spell you chanted at me after talking so long? So this is what I want you to know but most by now. Don't you dare feel spoiled and think you will be forgiven for anything simply because you're loved. The past days of hardship are necessary for us to carry on with our lives confidently. I'm not a child anymore, so I'm sure I know that. But I'm still worried that you might overwork yourself to death since you put yourself in the line and collapsed at work. Sometimes we need to push ourselves to guarantee success and happiness, but that doesn't mean we have to exert ourselves at all times. That'd be no different from those gambling maniacs at Crazy Bee. We're no gamblers, we are magicians. Indeed, personas and characterizations are surprisingly important even in the society of adults. For better or worse, people see nothing but labels attached to us. Yet, I'm a mediocre person with the mere name of a magician. I have to make sure-footed efforts diligently to whatever I do. Yes. Give it your best. Sora and I will help you too. We'll work together with you, so remember to rely on us. Right. I haven't been able to wholeheartedly communicate with you, so I rambled on for too long. But I'm actually looking for Sora. Sora? I mean, isn't he with you today? Today is a weekday. Aren't you always together at school on weekdays? Well, I don't want to drag him into any dirty scheme. Plotting. So I sort of set aside the fact that he somehow didn't come to me at school regarding a good thing. This may sound cruel. I don't really have time for him. Really? And you're completely okay with hurling all those reprimands at me, Natsume? First, Sora misses you very much. He feels lonely really easily. You also left him by himself. Will it be unfair if I'm the only one receiving such blame? I should be blamed, but this is the responsibility of both of us. You and I spent a long time breaking ourselves in and polishing each other's feelings, but we've come to understand each other a lot better. We have finally grasped the proper distance in our interaction. But for that kid, Sora, what did we spend on understanding him? We don't even know where he is or what he's doing right now. I'm as beautiful as ever today.
Hi!
Yes, Sora nods when he agrees. You must be really popular at work because of how beautiful you look, Brother Senna. I don't keep a good appearance to become popular. Don't confuse me with the likes of Kyle. And beauty is taken for granted in my world of work. Not like I'm particularly eye-catching, you know. Wait, why are you following me, Haruko? Haha! I don't know what haha means. He? I'm trying to communicate by squeaking, okay? Don't you have school or work to do? Is it time for you to be loafing around here? Yes, it is. Sora is in no rush for either school or work these days. Huh? I'm a little ahead of schedule, so I'm planning to kill some time around here. For instance, trying some new cosmetics and clothes. I want everyone to say, I'm surprised by how beautiful you get every time I see you.
Hi!
Alright, and you also want to look around ES where Brother Leo has disappeared to find him, right? Sora wants to do that too. Sora will help. Let's form a team and create a legend. Don't make assumptions, okay? I honestly don't care about Leo. I didn't come here immediately because I wanted to avoid such misunderstandings. If I hurried to meet with Kasa and the others, they would definitely think I was really worried about him. That's not in my character at all. I booked the wrong flight and that's all. Hey, you came to talk to me first, remember? But now you're walking away without even listening to my response? That's far from being polite. Didn't Alba or someone else teach you how to treat your seniors? Hey, why are you suddenly sounding all gloomy? Was that too harsh? You're a high school student already, so don't cry, okay? Sora won't cry. Sora can't see the world clearly in tears. But Sora thinks Brother Leo's color appeared just now. I was focused on that and didn't hear what he said, Barisena. What? Leo, you found him? Where? But Sora didn't find him. Sora got excited over nothing, and that's why Sora felt a little dispirited. Sora knows that that's nothing to cry about. That's just a treasure chest Sora found. It's just that a treasure chest Sora found turns out to be empty. Yes, this is nothing to cry about. Hey, what do you mean? You saw Leo's color just now. Is there a poster of him on display or anything? After all, there are indeed a lot more posters of him than before. Oh, it's hard to explain. Maybe Sora heard some music Brother Leo composed from a store and thought, that's his color. But Brother Leo's color should be broader, more profound with a little touch of sadness, but a lot of happiness at the same time. Huh? It's okay if you want to act mysterious, but when you talk to others, can you at least use words that other people can understand? That's the basics in the world of work, you know? But Sora is still a high school student. I mean, don't expect others to treat you like a kid when you're already working as a professional idol. In the world of professionals, no one will show you mercy because you're a kid. I know, Master and Senpai are both having a hard time at ES because of the center of everything. They have become mature professionals and are shouldering great responsibilities. They are living on a new difficulty level. Sora understands that very well. Hey, don't just reach a conclusion by talking to yourself. I'm confused about every word you just said just now. Well, I'm used to dealing with people like you since I've been dealing with Leo, though. Are you saying that Sora is similar to Burr and Leo? Yep, you're very similar. Your nonsense and childish are just like those of the old Leo. Haha! Sora is happy that you find similarities to Sora and Burr and Leo. Thank you for having me in. What? It's easier to live on Earth if you look like a human being, and that's why aliens usually walk on 2 legs. Huh? Alright. I see Burr and Leo's color again. Oh wait, stop! Don't run onto the driveway like that. It's too dangerous. Ugh. This is exactly what Leo would do in the past. Why are you two alike even on that? Here, let's walk hand in hand. I won't accept any objections or protests, okay? I don't want you to get almost hit by a car again. If you're going to throw your life away, at least swing it in a more dramatic way, okay? Yes, sure. We don't have multiple lives in real life, so we should value our lives. But what a pity. Sora saw Burr Leo's color, but it wasn't him. Where did Burr Leo go? No, once in the past he suddenly disappeared, and next time we knew he was already in Egypt. He's that hard to predict. What? But I don't think he'd go that far this time. If he's really that selfish and ungrateful, I'll be the one to push him into the front of a car and turn him into a blotch on the street. Ungrateful? Does Brother Leo owe you something, Barisena? Of course. After all, he'd die if he wasn't entirely immersed in the sea of music. It was we knights who brought him back on the stage. The place he's able to and expected to stand on. I admit it was Mikijima who saved Leo as a human being. But it was we knights who helped, or rather salvaged Leo as an idol. Is that so? Sora doesn't know much about the time of the seniors. So your seniors like Alba didn't tell you what happened before? Well, I think they will tell Sora if Sora asks, but whenever our conversation goes that way, I can tell from Masters and Senpai's color that they're in extreme pain. Sora thinks that's also the reason why they often get into arguments. They don't want to touch it. No one likes to be touched on the wounds. As the well-behaved only child of your unit, You can't really mention the past. There's no point in rekindling smoldering embers, right?
Hi.
Yes, Senpai. Sora wants Senpai and Master to get along. Sora wants everyone's color to be happy. For that, Sora can handle a little bit of loneliness. Sora is also with being left in the dark. Is okay with being left in the dark. After all, I can't see my own color without looking in a mirror. We can say things don't exist if we can't see them, like aliens, ghosts, and any supernatural phenomena. They are only visible under magic, and that's why Sora wants to learn to use magic. Well, it is said that vision accounts for 80% of the human senses. People put too much emphasis on what they see, so old-fashioned lookism still dominates the world. Are you talking about the preservation of the human species, Parasena? The notion that superior genes looks beautiful? Oh, I'm just saying that I'm beautiful and deserve to be treated accordingly. Oh, that's not what Sora thought. Are you going to complain or boast about yourself? What's wrong with that? What else is worth talking about? Well, self-love is necessary for us to live, and you have a gorgeous color, Brother Senna, so Sora knows you're not lying. You know, flattering others won't get you anywhere. Sora isn't flattering. Sora is stating a fact. There, good boy. I can see why Oba and others like you so much. I wish other Knights members could say more things that make me happy. They're basically ignoring me with an attitude like, whatever, go ahead. Isn't that terrible? This is how Sora's treated. Well, Senpai and Master don't ask what Sora's doing these days. But maybe that's because they trust Sora? We trust each other because we love each other. That's something a well-behaved kid would say. You can get by with no problem now, but when good kids speak up with their ego, their parents will immediately get mad. That's how my parents were. I always believed that they would support my dream. But it turns out, what they want is only a clever doll who will always listen to them. Going on. They just want an ideal child. Is it wrong to want to become someone like that? Not that it's wrong, I'm only saying it's hard trying to live up to ideas in such a sordid reality. But magic and ideals make ideals a reality, right? Yeah, that's true. That's why I quite like this job. I've been playing the role of an ideal obedient child since I was a kid, so I'm used to it. But it doesn't always work in this fast world, so I'm a bit lost. If I quickly retreat and return home because I can't get any results, my parents are going to look at me like I told you, which would be very annoying. Yet, I've been living for other people's ideas all the time. I'm not used to living for my own ideas. Nothing else to handle. I'm like Leo, I'm not a genius. I'm fully aware of that, so I won't be disappointed in myself or the world anymore. I have to keep trying or be persistent, bite the bullet, and relieve my stress by grumbling and picking on my juniors. Wait, how come I'm pouring everything out? I thought you Switch were magicians, but are you actually fortune tellers who pry other people's mouths open or something? Who pry other people's mouths open or something? I'm learning those skills too because I want to be like Master. Testing. Was that Leo? Where'd that voice come from? Over there, Senna, there's a big TV in the window of the electronics store, and Brett Leo's in it. Who? Oh, I see him too. You're really observant, Haruko. Because Sora has good eyesight. I hijacked this commercial slot with the help of some friends like Angel. Can you hear me? Especially you dumbbells from Knights. You guys want to move me around as you want, like a chess piece. But I want to move on my own. I'm fed up with those lame tactics you chess players have come up with. However, if I always state my opinion like this, everything in the world will come to a standstill. So, I have to force you to move on. We Knights have a specific rule for that. You know what I mean? Of course you know what I mean. It's been a long time since I said this. Let's start a judgment. A trial by combat to determine our course of action. And this time, it's my future direction. I will inform you of the venue and rules later. So sharpen your swords and sit tight. What? Are you saying you're really busy with work because you're one of the big three of ES?
And my demands out of the blue will disrupt your schedule, I don't care. If you fail to show up on the stage, I automatically win and I'll do whatever I want from then on. You heard me? You've been forcing your wishes onto me without considering my feelings, haven't you? Now we're even. Let's have a spectacular duel in our way. I'll be looking forward to this. Ready your heads as well as your swords. Come at me with the finest form. Fight me with the finest form in your finest battle suits.
A few hours later, before the opening of the variant of Judgment with the working title Next Door.
Greetings, elites of knights. The flowers of the battlefield that change like a flash of lightning. You truly deserve the name Knights. You truly deserve to play the leading role in this opera that I'm directing.
They're all so mad.
Looks like you don't even want to listen to me, do you? Hey, stop it! Naruritsu, don't try to carry me away from my arms and legs! Precisely why we Knights are famous for kidnapping. We spent a whole year trying to clear our names and now you're doing this again? It's alright if you guys force me to do what you want. But you know how hard it is to set up a stage in such a hurry, right? So we should at least sing one song to the audience before leaving.
Which, how did you find the stage? When did you make such preparations, Tsukiki?
No idea. It wasn't me who prepared this.
In fact, I booked and prepared the stage for Switch. I had to hold a live today. And Knights kind of dropped in on us.
Oh, my senior. Thank you for your hard work. And that's all the more reason for us to leave, or we'll be interrupting your live, right?
Not at all. You see, we gathered such a large audience with one announcement saying that Knights will be our guests. So, we might be trouble if you leave now. Knights are really extraordinary, attracting fans. What's so good, I wonder?
Are you picking a fight, Sakasaki, sir? Sorry. Are you picking a fight, Sakasaki, sir? It's rather becoming of you to show your bitterness with those malice words now, isn't it?
Sorry, Natsume is a little irritable these days. He's feeling guilty about Sora and all sorts of things. By the way, I said this live next door would be a Switch live. But since Natsume was busy taking care of Nunosaki, I thought I might not invite him if our schedules didn't work out. So he feels left out and dissatisfied. I was thinking of asking Sora for help though. It's not about help at all. You know what it means to work together. Why on earth are you always trying to carry everything on those punny shoulders of yours? You've already called me out, and I reflected on that. Exactly why I got Knights involved this time and changed the context of our performance today. It's kind of a last minute effort, but it's better than not reflecting at all. Yeah, you always turn on the I'll hold it together by myself mode. Whenever you're in a tight spot, you're not a roly-poly, you know. At least be more like a bird and learn to ask for help from your flock mate. We're magicians, but only Sora is a real sidekick. You won't know what's on your mind unless you tell us.
Sidekick? Sora was that kid who tried to fly, right? I thought he was incredible. But does he really have mind-blowing powers? That's incredible! Arakawa just happened to see things in a different way than most people do. Imagining him to have cartoonish superpowers is not only inaccurate but discriminatory as well. Also, although Harukawa himself doesn't mind being treated as a non-human, it's not elegant if you're free to say anything simply because other probably doesn't seem to understand. I'm sorry, to mind. I know, even positive words can hurt. Genius, diligence, love you, you name it. That's why I'm bad at writing lyrics. What I love is composing music.
But it's also not good if you keep silent just because you think what you might say hurts others. Modern society can't function if we eliminate all that might be dangerous, such as knives and cars. The human race is still in its infancy, and the Isles are performers. It is our mission to make and serve delicious food by ruling dangerous kitchen. If you don't want to hurt anyone, you walk off the stage and go to a sterile room where you can enjoy some sunshine and do both. This, I can never live like a plant. I've accumulated too much malicious feelings during the war to live that way. I believe that the same goes for you. Everyone from Knights, you're famous for getting to find something. It seems we're really famous in a questionable way. See how many people have come here since Neil announced that there would be a judgment a few hours ago. Everyone's looking forward to a serious fight. I don't want to be rough though. I want this to be something like an expedition map. Like professional wrestling, instead of a real bloody fight. In that case, I don't know much it hurts because everything that happens on stage is scripted and agreed upon. I don't want the pain of and damage to spread off-stage. Once we hurt other humans, destined to be hunted by monsters. Hahaha, you can rest assured on that. It might be difficult if we're on stage on our own, but this time we have these magicians with us. They can make even the cruelest reality into fantasy.
Hi.
That's right. No, I was a little confused by Tsukinawa's sudden request. We Switch have decided to intervene and manage this Judgment of Knights and will guarantee its peacefulness. I'm good at fine-tuning events like this. That's all I've been doing since I became the deputy director of EDI, and I've gained much experience. Yeah, leave it to Oba-chan and everything will be fine. We'll make sure nothing bad happens. In exchange for this burden I put on Oba-chan and our current sudden intrusion, we won't charge for our performance, but we joy to all viewers who came here today. It's all give and take. I did a good job in terms of a quick fix, didn't I? I don't know what exact adjustments Switch have made to this judgment, so I can't say for sure at this point. But if such a deal is already in place, we can't retreat without doing anything. That'd be too unjust. I was planning to reject Leo's idea with a question like, do you think you have the right to hold judgments while you're no longer the king? And then take him back by force. Really? What do you think the judgment is? It's dueling trial that can banish corrupt knights or mad kings, you know. So those who are kings surely have the right to hold one. If that's not the case, how would a king allow such a judgment to be held without knowing only impeachment awaits him? Judgment is a duel for self-purification, for a purge within ourselves. If only the king has the right to hold a judgment, it'd easily result in a dictatorship. I'm back to switch the iPad and before I sleep. Yes, I suppose that was the case in your time. Yet now I, Tsukasa Suo, am the king of knights. As the king, I have the right to change the rules to my heart's content. Whoa! Oh my god. Whoa! See how this guy spits the most outrageous stains in the world with a straight face? Guys, you're the dictator, let's throw stones at him! I know you're kidding, but even if there were countless stones thrown at us, little Ritsu and I will protect our king, so there's no problem at all. Most certainly. I shall be Suo's line of defense in the face of any harm or anguish. Is that how you usually talk, Ritsu? No matter how I may change on the outside, as long as I don't lie to myself, I will always be me. That sounds like Ray. You're really brothers. That was not a good thing to say to him. I'm a brother. Brother Aoba? You're my only brother if you insist I have one. Are you and Ray fighting again? Not really. It hasn't been long since we started to be candid with each other. So I'm easily trying to figure out the proper distance to keep between us. I see. It's great that you're being candid with each other and slowly making progress. But compared with you, we've always been taking advantage of Sora's kindness. Senpai, did you call Sora? Haruka! Oh, sorry. I said that wrong. Haruka! What? Sora! Sora, I'm so sorry. We've done terrible things to you. My brothers used to protect me and keep me out of everything, so I was incredibly frustrated, which led to my self-destruction. Of all people, I should be the one who can understand your feeling best, but... Nah, wait. You're under no obligation to understand my feelings, aren't you? What? When did Sora turn into this handsome but nasty person? How dare you say I'm nasty? Typical of Setchan not to deny the handsome part. Friends of Setchan, I would like to point out that the correct phrase to describe him would be extremely nasty instead of nasty. A way to say hello. Where's my welcome back? Actually back quite often, right, Izumi? Now we don't have to greet you every time with a welcome back, do we? This is no different from when we treated you before you graduated from Iwasaki, right? Huh? I have to come back often to clear up one awful mess after another that you guys make while I'm away, you know. Don't make it sound like it's all my fault, okay? Wahaha, don't worry, Senna. I've sworn that I will never blame everything on you again. Whatever. Come down from my shoulder and walk with your own two legs, will you, Haruka? Understood. Although you're the one who grabbed and carried Sora on your shoulders because you didn't want to leave Sora alone. Sora will say thank you and sorry, because Sora saves strength and being a burden to you. Well, I called Senna back from abroad, so it makes sense that he's here. But why are you with him, Haruka? What happened? Come to think of it, Awa did say he wanted Haruka to help with this performance. Yes, Sora was looking at helicopters to kill time before arriving here. And Senna appeared out of nowhere and abducted you, right? Poor boy! You must have been scared, Haruka. But you're safe now because I will protect you. No, Sora was almost hit by a car, but Sora was alright. For Senna kept Sora company the whole time and Sora's happy. We're taking care of Haruka? Really? I thought you only do that to Yuki. So you don't care who they are as long as it's a junior, right? There are lots of things I want to say about that, but I had a good time and I'm happy now, so I'll pretend I didn't hear your words. Don't worry, I won't take over your friend, okay, Kas? You don't have to worry about that. Setchan doesn't have the ability to make friends with someone he doesn't know. Even though we've known each other for a long time, I only felt like we became friends and I never pain with him. Shut up! Basically, idols don't need friends, okay? Not being an idol just for fun, you know. All we need are the mindsets to make continuous efforts, skills acquired through such efforts, and luck. No, that's what photo models need in their competitions in front of cameras. As an idol, you must look at the faces of your fans cheering for you right before your eyes. You don't need to tell me this, Naru. Much I know. I'm your senior, so how come I don't know something you know? Now then, we don't deserve to be called idols, I said idiots, idols if you keep our fans waiting forever. Don't just sit here and talk nonsense, get changed and prepare for his life. And we must practice carefully until the last minute to shine as brightly as possible on stage. We can leave everything else until his live ends, alright? I agree. This is one of your rare arguments that makes sense. Though, I personally still want to ask many questions. But a professional should put all those aside and do what needs to be done. But, hey, now it's supposed to be a Switch live, right? Are there any stage outfits prepared for us tonight? Well, case scenario, we can go on stage in our everyday outfit. Oh, no need to worry. Outfits won't appear out of the blue for a spell or two, but as long as we live as long as we live diligent lives, we're best and do anything with surprising ease. 10 odd minutes later, the performance of New Door begins. A bird. Hello everyone, welcome to New Door, a joint project held by Knights and Switch and a variation of Judgment. A warm welcome to all of you! Well, we're the ones who barged in on this slide, so I don't think I should speak like I'm the host here. But I'm going to finish what I decided to do properly. We'll bring lots of laughs and tears onto your faces. Today, we Knights will show you the best stream you'll ever see, together with all our merry magicians. Why is he in charge of MC when he isn't not even a leader? It's alright. It's possible that we won't even be invited in the first place. so we should consider ourselves lucky since we can step on stage together. Though it also makes me want to complain to Senpai like, don't you think you should invite us in the first place? Yeah, Sora's really happy to be on stage with all of you. The ha in haki huke ho stands for happy! What day am I at? I'm on day... I just finished 10, so I'm on 11. Sora, we've been running out of time with the preparation, so I wasn't able to say this. But may I make a formal explanation and apology now? And we'll also talk about the future. Brother Senna said we should leave everything else until the live ends, Master. Brother Leo and other seniors still have something to tell the audience, so let's keep quiet for now, will you, Master? It's okay, Master. You don't have to put it into words. You're probably unaware of this, Master, but you always say what Sora wants to say. You might be harsh to Senpai, but your expression is always full of love. It feels lonely to be kept in the dark. Let me share your burdens, and I want the three of us to stay together forever. I want us to smile on stage, and I want to use magic to make everyone happy. You always say those things to Senpai. Sora is surprised because Sora even thinks you're expressing what Sora wants to say, Master. So if you think in the same way as Sora, you can look in a slightly different direction as long as you can always notice and find Sora nearby. Sora is sure that you will understand how I feel, Master. You overestimate me, Sora. Even though in your eyes, I might appear great and know everything. Though we're in the middle of the song, please allow us to explain the theme of today's performance briefly. Please take it from me. Please take it from here, Tsukinaga. Okay, got it, Oba-chan. I was thinking we should explain our theme today. How thoughtful of you, Oba-chan. Oh, and he means me by Oba-chan. He gave me this nickname based on my last name, Aoba. I'm happy about that because it makes me feel like we're friends. Don't say feel like friends. We are friends. I love you, Oba-chan. Wow, I love you too, Tsukinaga. Let me give you a nickname too for our friendship. Let's see. How about Leo? Leo. Or are you going out? Well, it's a serious topic. How could those two make such a noise and even roleplay the uncle with a broom in the old manga? No. Oji, ois, something. Should I curse them to death? But they look like they're having so much fun. So Sora loves Brother Leo, and to be on stage with you a switch. Well, let's leave the jokes at that. Let me briefly explain the rules of this variant of Judgment Next Door. But hey, not that it matters, but why is this called Next Door? Well, that's the name for this live from the very beginning. Then you dropped in, explaining this will only complicate matters, so let's just get along with that. Oh, right, that's right. I was going to hold a typical judgment at first. I knew the outcome anyway, so I didn't want to go through all the trouble preparing from scratch. That's why I decided to hit you right on your live, Oba-chan. Yes, it's often said that we can't know the outcome of a game until the game's over, but this is hardly a game to begin with. I'm sure there are a lot of Switch fans who don't know what Judgment is. And this time we have modified the rules and objectives, so let me explain from the ground up. Judgment was originally a variation of Duel, which is one of the specialties of us Knights. As the name implies, a duel is literally a duel where we fight with other units for something important. The winner gets what they want and can impose a demand on the loser. That's what a duel is in a nutshell. Endless fights and strife are too tedious and tiring. So, if there's a dispute, we'll settle it with a duel. And Judgment is such a duel for ourselves. We don't fight other units in a judgment, we fight against our own people. We'll form two teams, call some helpers if necessary, and fight a duel. It's like a practice match within the same team in sports. We used to do that a lot, but not so much these days. So I guess only really old fans of us know what a judgment is, right? But aren't Knight members all on good terms with each other these days? I was quite surprised when you said you're going to hold a judgment. Did some kind of internal dispute happen? Yep, I won't go into the details, but there is a bit of a disagreement within our unit.
Simply put, I've been doing whatever I want this year, and I want to continue with that for the rest of this year. But Suo and the others want to keep a close track on my schedule because they think I'll end up in trouble if I'm left unattended.
Yeah.
I've been taking on a lot of weird personal jobs lately, you know. They want me to stop taking on those jobs and work seriously as a member of Knights. Are they my mom or something? I'm free to do what I want to do. For instance, I'm free to play some random music whoever wrote, right? I knew it. Okay, so this is your intention. He can lay the solid groundwork for his victory by explaining the situation to his advantage. But he described everything ambiguously on purpose. Fans are gathered here for Knights rather than for Suki-P alone. After all, this life was held under the name of Knights. And most of the audience are fans of Knights. They won't approve of those shady jobs Suki-P has been doing recently. I'm sure they'll at least get worried about that. It's only my gut feeling, not the audience. But it's more likely that they want to see Knights together as a whole. They want the idols to support to get along well and work as idols together. It's only natural for them to think that way. So we'll switch fans here. Hahaha, that's our disagreement. So we duel! Right here, right now, in this next store! Oh, I thought that was supposed to continue. The winner can maintain their stance and demand the loser shall comply unconditionally. If I win, I will continue to do whatever I like to do. If other members of Knights win, I will change my behavior. I'll get a proper manager, something, behave myself, and devote to Knights. I'll wholeheartedly dedicate myself to Knights. I'll fight along you as a decent Knight. I'll fight for everyone who loves and supports me. If I win, I won't care about anything like that. I'll throw away all those nonsense away and carry on with my life freely. Everyone wants us to win if you put it like that. Of course, someone will say, I like the unconfined Leo more. But since Leo has been engaging in lots of suspicious business related to that Jifk, I believe most fans wish he could stop being obsessed with those works and stay along with Knights members, the fellow friends he loves. It's like he's a kid who doesn't know any better is free to run out into the driveway. But it's a common mentality that anyone should stop them from running into danger. And if that means we have to grab them by the neck. That society is mainly made up of normal, ordinary people. So if we leave the decision making to them, the outcome is only going to be ordinary as well. But are you okay with that, Leo? You are. Why did you run away again? By the way, as an impartial third party, we switch will decide who wins. In other words, we will be the judge of this duel. We will use our magic to read everyone's feelings. Decide who wins more supporters will win. More specifically, in your hands, there are glow sticks that distribute to you. If you agree with Tsukinaga's opinion, please do not light it up. If you disagree with him, please light it up and let its colorful lights shine brightly. We'll decide who wins with the help of the lights. With this, who is the winner will also be visible to all of you. The process is adding some mystique into these days. Simple matters is what we call psychic fraud. I mean magic. Did you just say something that you shouldn't have said about Chan? Pardon me, I'll be a proper judge, so rest assured, we are not cheaters, so there's nothing questionable about us.
Marvelous.
Marvelous! Aoba is so skillful, he naturally lightened the atmosphere with a simple joke. The Unosaki format, in which who wins depends solely on fan votes, puts a great psychological burden on the fans, though it's now almost discontinued. It's natural for fans to feel stressed out when each vote determines their idol's future. The format MDM adopted, in which everyone's free to give a casual like to idols, is becoming mainstream. Usually, in such circumstances, it's difficult to hold any judgment when the winner is determined by fans alone. We Knights are known for judgment. We could almost say the judgment is our signature live. It's our tradition and attraction which we want to carry on. So having switched modeled this judgment into something softer is exactly what we want. If any other unit were to do this, I would have protested. But we're under the same agency as Switch. Besides, Aoba often helps and supports us during the summit. More importantly, all of the audience is smiling. The gentle and merry atmosphere is somewhat unbefitting a judgment in which we would usually risk our lives for a duel.
The design of the stage, our outfits, their choice of words, and the tempo of their emceeing. They have casually planned a change of ambiance with the way they present everything. If this is the magic of Switch, I can only commend how wonderful this is. Still, I can't help but be concerned about Senna-senpai. His sour look is the only thing that doesn't fit with the atmosphere. He said you can leave Leo's matter to me. I have an idea now, but is it alright for him? Please do not leave us with another unforgettable humiliation. What happened during the first DDD. I believe in you, my senior, so please. Okay, Albert, things are going well for the time being. I hope we can continue like this and make the night's issue look like a complimentary part or a sideshow to today's live. I don't want the fans to watch us with heavy hearts. It may not be the case for nights, but tears and bloodshed don't belong to the stage of Switch. We want our audience to feel they're in a happy dream at all times. We want them to smile and enjoy our performance. That is our style and our pride as magicians. The reality is full of bloodshed and tragedies. There is no end to hell. But that's why even if everything we do is only a fleeting dream, an ephemeral bubble, we still want to bring smiles and happiness to everyone. We want to light a gleam of hope in everyone's hearts and encourage them to make their way through life. Because that's what I wanted when I was a child. I don't want pain, darkness, or despair. What I wanted was a beam of warming sunlight that slips through the crack of the door. I want the hope, the vigor, and the anticipation that encourage me to live on. Mother, I tried to buy those with money, but I will get those in another way. I won't be like you. I can't live like you. But I will definitely secure the things you want as well.
Senpai!
Senpai! Is there anything Sora can do for your senpai? Is there anything Sora can do for your warm color? Sora. But, we've done terrible things to you, so I don't want to make things hard for you, and, well...
Senpai?
I think Sora understands how he feels, senpai. Not with the help of supernatural powers or magic, but because of his own intelligence. Because Sora's heart is as broad as the universe. But I don't want to abuse his kindness and make the same mistake again. Of course, I never want to hurt him to begin with.
Hi!
Yes, both Senpai and Master are working very hard for a happy future, and I'm sure a happy future will come to us. Both of you are working towards the happily ever after that is always written at the end of a fairy tale. Sora understands that, but we shouldn't have neglected you simply because we're working for our happiness in the distant future. I almost did the same thing as my mother. Excuses such as, that's the only way I know to do everything won't work. Sorry, Sora.
Hi!
Yes, please reflect on yourself, and Master too.
ごめんね。
I am reflecting already. I know my voice sounds cracked, but I'm telling the truth. Sora knows Sora has good eyesight, so Sora can see through lies. But it's because Sora has good eyesight and can see a lot of things that Sora feels sad for what is sad to others and hurt by what hurts others. Sora is human, so there will be times that Sora cannot stand it anymore. Just like Master and Senpai, Sora is a human living on this planet. So Sora is glad that you noticed before Sora can't take it anymore. Thank you for getting to Sora in time. Senpai, Master, Sora doesn't need to bear with it anymore, right? You have taken care of all the hard work Sora can't handle by now, right? So you will stay together with Sora from now on, right? Will you laugh and be happy together, Sora, Senpai, Master?
Hi!
Yes, I know I'm not reliable, so this may not sound convincing, but I'm sure all your wishes will come true, Sora. I promise you that we will work hard for it.
Yeah.
I should say, I will prove it with our performance. As long as the three of us hold the same wishes, they will come true with our efforts. Let's turn a brand new page and move towards the happily ever after of our story together. I know the single step is hard, and I'm sure there will be many more hardships in the future, but we're going to be okay.
そうです。
But we're Switch. We use magic to make all lives in this world happy. I thought I messed up again. And if someone tells me Sora doesn't belong to all lives in this world, even I, who's so gullible as to believe every suspicious story without a second thought, will know that it's not true. a movie.
Hi.
Everyone, I know this may seem a little abrupt, but please pay attention to our outfits.
Yay!
Jump! Jump! Attention, please. Do you see our outfits? They're full of gemstones and dreams. They're sparkling and beautiful. Ha! Hee hoo! Ha! Yes, it looks good on you, Sora. Natsume looks cute too. Isn't it funny how the only comment that comes out of your mouth is cute? You see me in such a stylish outfit. I'm not a kid wearing his most formal wear. Why do I feel like you're making fun of me?
Yeah.
That's not the case at all. I'm giving you a genuine compliment. These outfits are beautiful and suit as well, right? In fact, they're for a specific project. The name of that project is none other than Next Door. Some of you are here for night, so let me explain this briefly. Next Door is, roughly speaking, an outfit design contest. We mainly solicited nationwide contributions from idol training institutions, but we also called for general public participation online. Meanwhile, by Next Door, we want to deliver a vague feeling like something nearby. Asking someone nearby us to make outfits for idols out of material nearby their hands. That was the concept behind this project. Yes, this project aims to help everyone feel closer to us idols. I joined halfway, so I'm sure about the details though. I'm not sure about the details though. Most likely that I would never be informed of this project, nor invited to perform on today's live at all. I'm really sorry about that. But when we started calling for designs, we didn't know whether we had finished dealing with the situation each of us were in. Haha! Still, Sora wishes you could tell us properly. You can't use telepathy, right? No, I can't. Really, I have to correct my mistakes in the future. I'm really sorry for this. This outfit's made of materials near everyone's hand, which means this gem thing is probably made from broken glass bottles, right? That's right. And the green on this outfit is dyed with common grasses and even easily handy dyes. You can create something as gorgeous as this with everyday items as long as you use your imagination and creativity. The idea is part of the reason why we hold this concert. You see, we Switch also use various chemicals for stage effects. And we also learned a lot from everyone's new and extraordinary ideas, some of which we can never come up with ourselves. Having taken in your ideas, thoughts, and feelings, we'll shine even brighter in the future. We will continue to move forward alongside our fans as the next door neighbor you love.
Hi.
Yes, everyone, let's all smile and embrace happiness.
Yeah.
That's how simple and unimpressive this project was in the first place. It's about professional idol singing and dancing in outfits designed by fans and young children who aspire to become idols. The contributors might do some research and get interested in us during the process in designing outfits that suit us. That's what we hope to do with this project. Those whose designs are chosen will be happy, and we can also get new outfits at a low cost. Of course, creating outfits from scratch is difficult, so we only ask everyone to send drawings of their designs. Since we made a rule that only readily handy materials can be used to make these outfits, we basically got all we needed to make them at a reasonable price. You can also learn the latest trends and discover things we can never think of in the submitted designs. And make connections with the idol training institutions around the country by soliciting contributions from them. Well, the whole thing does look low budget and a little miserable. That's what a job is usually about. Low risk, low return is what we basically look for. We can't afford to gamble our luck like a crazy bee. Well, if we're lucky, we can make a fortune by gambling though. But in order to sustain our agency and guarantee idol activities in the future, we should make down-to-earth efforts little by little. Building up is important. That's also what your Yunosaki takeover plan is about, right? Instead of making hasty moves for immediate profits, you're considering investing in the future. You're making assumptions again. Not wrong though. UDI is an emerging force without experience, personnel. Our greatest weapon is youthfulness, and youthfulness means the future. Humans will be weakened by old age or sickness and die eventually. The old timers will soon be gone, The time of the children who are now considered insignificant will eventually arrive.
Hi.
Yes, and that's the natural order of things. I see. So that's why you want to have Miosaki in your hands, right, Master? You want to take in the aspiring idols who will be the future of the idol industry. And that means you will hold the future of the idol industry in your hands. Exactly. You're so clever, Sora. I don't expect it to be that simple. This is no game after all. But I think the world of young children is a blind spot to those adults who totally absorb in territorial disputes within the adult society called ES. Fortunately, I have intervened in the children's world with my position as the last of the 5 eccentrics. For better or worse, the 5 eccentrics are still famous and that title holds power. Just like how the lightning bolt, which was once an object of awe, transformed into a power called electricity that sustained modern civilization, I will turn this title into the material that weaves the future. Of course, this will take a long time. It will be a shame if we lose our place to lives before our future idols have the chance to spread their wings.
Hi.
Right. That's why I've been working hard to ensure we have a place to live. I have some ideas of your intentions, Natsume, so I have reached out to some other idol training schools in advance. Next Door was part of the work for that. Right. You said Next Door invited national contributions from different idol training schools. It's nice to know that someone can understand my intentions without me having to say anything, but it's also like you can read my mind, which is creepy. Master and Senpai are always in sync. But can you please let Sora in? Sora doesn't want to make one-sided assumptions all the time. Sora wants to become true friends and communicate wholeheartedly with each other.
Hi.
Master and Senpai have already proved that this is possible even without psychic powers. They're like everything starts from now on. They're like everything starts from now. The atmosphere among them was a bit unnerving and scary, but it seems they're finally ready to go. From now on, they should be able to make every effort to do what they want to do together. It's typical of Switch. That's why magic rituals are supposed to be. That's how magic rituals are supposed to be. Every small step should be carefully arranged so as not to make mistakes. Perform with great care, and miracles will happen. When you work together with someone, you can only succeed when you trust each other from the bottom of your soul. In that sense, those three are going to be alright. Oh, are you talking about love? Yeah, about love. Wahaha! It's always love that makes the future. Oh my, don't be naughty. That's not what I meant at all! I don't know why everyone's mind is so quick to jump with that! Give us like that too, it's the worst! I hate dirty jokes! Enough sociality! I agree with you about love. Those children will shape the world one day, but they may not even be aware that such a world existed long ago. I kinda envied them. You know, the world that knights and magicians can only live in will eventually and inevitably become fairy tales. You all look like there's nothing more to be worried about. But it's not over yet. Let's do our best as idols until the curtain ball. I know, but we're intruders after all, so we shouldn't steal their spotlight, right? Indeed, the result of this variant of judgment next door is as plain as day now. You don't want to win at all, do you, Leo? Nope, I know I will definitely lose this time. I know I panicked and ran away when you first captured me, but that was just my reflex action. I thought I was going to be made into a machine that mass-produced weapons under someone else's command again. But then I realized you would never force me to take such a stance. I thought about it calmly, decided that you were right, and came around. I mean, I don't entirely trust myself in the first place. I don't because last time I did so, I made a huge mistake. I thought I was all majestic and sublime, clad in cool clothes, but in fact I was pathetically naked and covered in the blood of people I trampled upon. I don't want to see it happen again. Although I said some things like, I'll do whatever I want before a performance, I know I'll regret it if I do that. I know some people can grit their teeth and face whatever hardships head on for the sake of a noble cause or a dream. Like Angel, Kaito, Ray, and that red guy from Crazy Bee. But I don't have such noble dreams. I'm still me. Who would imitate idols on TV and sing in front of my cute little sister? I'm satisfied as long as I can write music that I think is good and bring smiles to everyone who sees it. But I'm sure people other than me want a lot more than that. They fought each other for money and resources to get what they wanted. They even built this grand building called ES. And they, still not satisfied, reached their insatiable hands out for more. It's not necessarily a bad thing, that's just the way humans are. It's not a question of right or wrong, it's not even about likes or dislikes. Who's Leo called Angel? Tenshoin. It's just the way humans are. But I kind of lack something that makes me behave like other humans, or I should say, something vital in me is broken. Because I have many hard and sad times. And I'll give my share to those who want it because I don't really need it. Once upon a time, something someone was supposed to get caused a great war, and no one could find that anymore after that war. Humans shouldn't have invented guns and bombs. I don't care if they can save someone. I don't care if they have contributed to the development of mankind. As long as one person cried because of them, they should go to hell. I bet Einstein, Nobel, and people alike thought so too. But they struggle to make amends after their great inventions. Since they have robbed some people of their reasonable shares, they must distribute what the rest people wanted, even if they had to cut their own flesh to distribute that. This is how someone who has screwed up, someone who changed the world, does things. That's the way a genius makes amends. And I'll do that too. You're such an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. You know that, Senna. Yeah, I'm with you. When I'm with you, I feel like it's obvious as hell that there's only a fine line between genius and idiot. But your words answered a bunch of my questions, like why were you really exploited by that GIF? Like how were you manipulated back in your chess days? Found you to market a lot of badly written music and those amateur composers. When you couldn't deny those people and their music in any case, you used your reputation to sell their music and help them make a name. Because you want their music to be heard, right? You believe that as long as one person can be happy after listening to their music shouldn't be lost. Did you hear about all that from Mama? Yeah, I guess he thinks I'm your guardians. Even though I'm actually the one that has hurt you the most. No, you're the only one who thinks that way, Senna. I think that way because that's the truth. I don't care what other people think. The people who think about me the most in the world are not my parents or you, but myself. And I have no interest in nothing except myself. That's thorough. That's why I like you, Senna. You're pure and beautiful. Thanks. You know, after I came to Yosaki Academy, met you guys, joined Knights. I mean, I know my personality is twisted and I won't become a philanthropist all of a sudden or anything. I'm sorry to think of Knights as me myself, and I definitely love myself. I can't live if I don't think this way among all these people who say nothing except superficial flattery. Anyway, I'm pretty serious about this. Love you guys. And that's probably been pretty obvious since the repayment festival, so I'll cut the twisted words this time to be straightforward. I tend to surprise you by saying what I'm going to say at the last minute. But everything is in a mess now. It makes no sense to try to figure it out the right timing anymore. Asa-kun? Yes! What is it? You always do this, but can you please don't start a tremendously lengthy speech out of the blue again. We're in the middle of a live, right? Shut up. If we win the judgment next door, the idiot over there is going to find a manager or something, right? Be his manager. Sorry? I mean, I'm going to manage him and keep an eye on him to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid again. I've known that idiot for a long time, so I can usually tell what trouble he's going to cause. And it's safer to leave him to me than to leave him to someone we don't even know, right? Leo doesn't want to get in the way of this new era of nights led by Yukasa. Therefore, since I'm usually not working together with you, I'm the best person to take care of him. And I don't think he'll cause any trouble easily if he's abroad. Huh? But well, you're right. It's like every Jack has his Jill. But when his life is over, I'll take care of that idiot over there. I'll take him back to my place in Florence, feed him, and keep him. I think the fans of us want all 5 of us to get along in the period idol activities together.
Leo won't be able to take personal action from now on, and if we need to be back for nights, you can reach both of us at the same time. Then wouldn't it be more convenient for us to live in the same place from the beginning, so it's easier to contact both of us? Sounds good to me. You got any issues? No, but weren't you always complaining when I dropped in on you before, Senna? That's why I thought you didn't want to live with me, so I was being considerate and left. Huh? We've known each other for so long. Don't tell me you still think I would honestly say everything's on my mind. What? For real? Of course, I want to be with you. You think I keep someone like I don't want to be with me? Wait, what? You think I keep someone I don't want to be with by my side? I wanted to see what I could do by myself in Florence. I like to know how capable I was without being patted by my parents. But you found me work all so happily like a puppy would give the bones it finds to its owner. You interrupted all my plans. So that's why I told you to get out and to stop sticking your nose in my business. After these months, I understood what I'm capable of. And now I know I'm not nearly good enough in this world. But I have knights. I have a bunch of friends who love me as much as I love myself. I have me myself to rely on, and I won't hesitate to take advantage of that in the future. Leo, I'll take care of you. In turn, you'll find me jobs. Do anything you can, promoting me, making connections with big shots, anything. And no need to hold on to any courtesies. I don't have time to put on airs anymore. I will become a big hit of a model. After all, I want to be recognized by all human beings as the most beautiful person in the world. But I know it's not going to be easy for me and me alone, so I'm counting on you. And, of course, Knights will do their best to support me. I'll do my best for you guys as well. First of all, I'll thoroughly manage this idiot who's about to become everyone's dead weight and make him useful for Knights. Give and take, got it? Answer me if you understand. Don't make me repeat it, it's so annoying. And you too, Leo, answer me. I'm telling you, I don't accept anything other than yes. Oh my, Izumi, are you proposing to Leo? Nope, I feel like I'm signing a contract of sale to buy a pet. Actually, come to think of it, you are indeed interesting, Senna. Yeah, and I think I'm the only... I think I'm only about 1/5 as interested as you are. Interesting. I don't know why you're all so excited, but may I conclude our performance? Never wanted this life to be too big, so we can't really give you much time, you know. Yeah, for me, this is not the end, but rather the start of an adventure. Life is so interesting. Indeed, I don't exactly understand what you mean, but I think I feel the same. Now then, I have to tell you, it's about time we say goodbye. But there's no need to feel lonely. New DI is an agency nearby, and you can always meet us whenever you miss us. We're pretty mediocre, and we always rank the last among the 4 agencies at ES. We're weak, incompetent, disappointing, and the only thing we might brag about is our potential. We still have a long way to go, and that's how we are. However, that's exactly why we'll always have our doors open wide for all of you. We still have a lot of vacancies waiting to be filled. If you're interested in working with us, please come to visit anytime you like. Both the domestic economy and general agency businesses are struggling, and the restructuring we went through sparked a lot of discussions. But now in the special music zone being redeveloped under the construction of Rivlin, a new environment is gradually taking form, giving those who can no longer make a living as idols a place to start over and train themselves again. We meant a literal restructuring by a restructuring. You might think we were simply firing people, but that's a misunderstanding. Our agency is paying out a project to provide people with idol-related jobs and a venue for them to get back on their feet. This has made us poor, but we can manage that with a bit of magic. But please rest assured, feel free to raise your hand if you want to participate in the idol industry. We will always find and firmly hold your hand. But Chan, what's with this sudden recruiting? Well, that's also part of the intention of this project. I said we were calling idol training institutions to participate, right? That's because we hope the future idols will have at least some interest in us. I always come across as disappointment, So we also want to show through action that we're totally alright and reassure our fans. We still face a bunch of problems, but it'd be big trouble if everyone thinks we're completely down and out. Anyway, Star Pro has an optimized system that allows all to shine as stars, and it will become orthodox, old-school idols as long as you work hard there. Post Pro is a perfect place for those who want to reach higher than anyone else, where the fierce competition will always reward you for your talents and effort. You may make a great fortune there. Finland opposes the traditional, exemplary image of idols and is firmly supported by veteran idols. You will be able to make earnest and steady efforts in your activities. And we, UDI, welcome anyone who doesn't seem to belong to any other agency at ES. We welcome everyone who has yet to discover their forte. If you hope to be friends with everyone and work together to create the idol industry's future, please join us in UDI. Those who can't and don't want to walk the chalk are exactly the people we're looking for. Dear dreamers, New Dimension and Ensemble Square will always and forever be on your side. Come and find your happiness here, together with us. We're done! Oh my god, finally!